I'm gonna just go ahead and talk because I would normally wait on folks to come, but this week has been interesting for me, and I've been researching a lot of things and looking at a lot of things and talking to pastors and preachers and stuff like that. But I woke up, I was watching TV when it first happened, Billy Graham's death. And the first thing came to my mind, I thought he already had passed. But I shrugged it off, because I don't just like to say that, but, I didn't follow him too much, but, well, I didn't follow him at all, actually. But I remember hearing about it, because they televised it. But, I shrugged it off, like, well, maybe I was misremembering, that famous quote, misremembering. But right after that, I started seeing people in the Mandela effect community saying, "Yeah." I said that's when I knew it wasn't just a hunch. It actually happened. Sometimes you don't be paying attention to everything, but it be in your subconscious, and so that was just you know my thing about it. But my thing is, what I know the Bible said that they's gonna change time. He gonna change times and laws. And so I'm wondering when he has somebody that's supposed to be gone reappear, do he change everybody that's involved in their life? Because Billy Graham had a huge following. And so do he change the people that's involved in their lives along with the change? Because I don't understand how many people that could have been close to him would take that. And so I believe when certain things like that happens, he changes everybody that's intertwined with his inner core or people that he's in daily contact with because it'll be too obvious um to not do that. And so like I said, I didn't follow the man. I wasn't his I wasn't his road dog or nothing like that. But I do had a hunch when they first said it. And my wife said, "Why you say that?" I said, "It's just a feeling." And then right after that, everybody started coming out and said that he was already gone. That's just like the guy from Roseanne. I remember in my front room they said he died from a heart attack. And everybody said, "Well, you might be talking about from the show." I said, maybe I am because I think I was making fun. I wasn't making fun, but I remember they did an episode when I think it was Halloween, and so I said, well, maybe you uh, trying to mix the two. And so sometimes if you don't have people in your forefront or they're not personally invested in you or they're not in your personal circle, it's like a memory, but it's like a vague memory. And so I don't never say 100% in these cases, but I do have vague memory. And so I just wanted to chime in because that's my duty as a Mandela Effect community contributor is to chime in when I think about thoughts of the Mandela Effect. Now, mind you, I think I'm getting some loose. Well, I'll make a video about that tomorrow. But I think this one person for watching me. I don't know who he is or she is, but I really thank you for coming on. Because I didn't schedule nothing. But this is my thought on today. And so, you all stay praying up for one another. And I gotta tell you a saying that I preached about last Sunday. But I'll put that in another video. And so have a blessed day. How you doing? I'm just about to get off. I'm sorry. I was just talking about Billy Graham and what my thoughts was. But if you got any comments or questions, I stay on a little bit longer. But if you want to know what I was talking about, you got to go to the beginning of the video. But like I said, I thank you for coming in and chiming in, and I'm grateful, real grateful for you all. Pray for me. I pray for y'all because we need each other in this time of all these changes. And I think they was talking about. Oh yeah, I could say one thing. I could say one thing that they was talking about how he had a prophecy in 2011. And so a lot of people thinking that they was trying to postpone the prophecy. And so I'm not sure about that. Like I said, I didn't really follow the man, but it was a vague memory. And so, like I said, I love you all. Yeah, hey, how you doing? How you doing, sir? Three people here. I might have to stay on a little bit longer. If y'all got any questions, I help answer them or try to address them. But I'm just chilling in my wife's job, about to go to the laundromat. But I'm glad to see you all here. Hey, two thumbs up. I ain't even say nothing today. Hey, how you doing? 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 And so, that's well, I can talk about what I was talking about, what was going to wait to talk about, but I talk about it. I begin to talk to a whole lot of pastors now, and I use that scripture, two men in one bed. That scripture, I use that because I know it's two in one bed, and they love it. They grab a hold to that more than they grab hold of any other scripture. I don't know why, but they do. But they've been listening. But I noticed that they'll listen one time, and then next time you go, it's like, I thought you was listening, and then they try to make excuses of what I just got through. Thought I opened up to. They opened up to, but it's a whole lot of strange things going on. It's a whole lot of stuff going on with our planet, and I believe that when God gave them revelations that people don't understand, we thought some of that stuff that He was gonna cause, some of that stuff He knew that we was gonna cause, and so God knows everything, so He know when you gonna mess up. And so with us messing with the Magnetosphere and all of this CERN, because they got the CERN thing, they literally uh, spinning that thing, and it's hotter than the sun and colder than space. And they tell you this. And so something that powerful under something that weak, as the weakest, they say it's 10 times stronger than our magnetosphere. What makes me don't think that you're weakening the magnetosphere, or you changing the spin rotation of the Earth, because they say the Earth is slowing down, and that's why we receiving all of this sporadic weather. Like I know the word said you wasn't gonna be able to tell the seasons or the time, and right now Last week it was 60 degrees and went down to 17, and now it's to 32 degrees, and tomorrow is going to be 60. I mean, come on now, that's not normal, and that's too sporadic, too sporadic of a jump. And then you have all of these activities like there's a whole lot of rain and a whole lot of flooding and stuff like that. There's so many things that's so uh, out of place right now, out of whack. It's hard to pinpoint what's going on, and then a lot of people don't know what's going on, and especially pastors. I always ask them, "Do you all know what AI stands for? Do you all know what quantum computer is?" And neither one of them can explain to me. Did Mister William die twice for you? Yeah, and see that's what I was talking about earlier. I have a vague memory because I didn't really follow Mr. Graham, but he was that big where I have a vague memory of hearing about this story in the past. And so when it first came on the news, I said it almost made me think it was deja vu because I said I just remember hearing this already. It was like in 2012 or something like that. But since I didn't follow him, I shrugged it off. But when I went on YouTube and started seeing the community talk about it, I said, "Oh well, that wasn't a vague memory. That must have been true." And I know I've seen it before, but sometimes you deny your own memory. Sometimes you try to, even now, even though you know the changes are happening, you try to rationalize or rationalize it. And so, you know, sometimes you have to go with your gut. But like I said, I'm glad you four people, well, five people earlier. Now it's three. Lord Jesus, I'm losing people like hotcakes. Mm-hmm. Well, now, and so I'm glad you all came. Hey, I had to cut that wool off my head. My hair was looking kind of bad. I do it, make me look back young because I had all that gray going on, and so try. I should have put a lining in there, but um, I wanted to give y'all a new look. Oh, I still got this stuff in my eye. But I'm glad to see you all, and I'm glad to uh, converse with you all right now. And any more questions before I hang up this thing? Yeah, I remember him dying some years ago. Can't remember the exact date, though very strange phenomenon. Yeah, and so that was the question that I had. Even with him dying, they had to change the people around him that was close to him because they would know especially. So they had to change his brothers, sisters, mother, fathers, aunties, and cousins to fit the narrative. But when they do that, it's just like I told the pastor when I heard about the Victoria's Secret. Now it's Victoria's Secret, and then I knew it wasn't the S. He said, "Well, why you care about the S, or why you care about what?" I said, "It's just like your body. The earth and we in the earth are intertwined with one another." And I say, if you cut off your toe, your pinky toe, even though that's probably the smallest body part you got that can be cut off, um, it still makes you unbalanced. Because I mean, it might seem to be insignificant, but that throws off the whole equilibrium of your balance. And so, because they add an S or they take away or they make a person die or come back, it throws off the time, the universe balance. Everything has balance, and when you take and erase and change things, you throw the balance off. And so that's why all these small changes may seem to be minute or maybe be seen to be something that we shouldn't be crying about, we don't know what the effect of the balance of the universe is having. I had an old friend, I had an old friend on the phone some days ago. He remember or true like me. Yeah, see, so this phenomenon of changing time. The Bible tells us that it was gonna happen, but it's hard to explain because it seems like it's splitting as we go. It's not consistent. It's not constant. It's steady flipping back and forth. It's steady rewinding. It's steady um um evolving to something new. And so it's hard to pinpoint one thing because you go back in time and change another thing. Now you have to reevaluate everything that you looked at because now something else have changed. Have you seen the map changes in? Well, actually, I haven't looked at the map in about 5 or 6 months when I did my map Mandela effect. But just because you ask, I'm gonna make sure I take a look at it and I'll make a video just because I haven't really paid attention to the map recently, so I don't want to lie to you all. But like I say, this phenomena is a evolving thing. When you think you got it pinpointed, or you think you got it somewhat understood, it throws a monkey in your wrench. I can from okay, you can swim from Sweden to Germany now. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. Oh well, man, can I ask you what state are you from? Are you from United States or from another country? Cause I love when I have international people. Hey, it's Sweden. There we go. There we go. Hey, how you doing? I like I tell people. I told somebody we as a community, we not just reaching our land, we reaching everybody in the country. So we have to be mindful of everybody. And so I'm glad to have you. Wake up news. Hey, I like that. I like that. I like that. And so um I don't I don't understand what YouTube is doing. I understand what they're doing. They don't want us to talk about stuff that they deem to be uh, fake news. But I tell people this all the time. This is you know, what may be news for you may not be news for everybody else. And so let us talk to the people that resonates with us. Everybody don't watch Fox. Everybody don't watch CNN. Everybody don't watch ABC. They have their own choices, their own flavors, their own spin on whatever's going on. So you have to, you know, I don't worry about the backlash. A lot of people say, yeah, you don't want to talk about nobody that's a living, talking about they both been dead. But if it resonates to me and is everybody else, there's got to be some validity to it. They just don't want our truth. They want to spread their truth, which we now is just BS. Yeah, it's the all the confusion when you that's why I didn't like when they first started saying fake news, because when I knew that was the whole end game is to decredit not give us any uh credibility or have us to be um, not credible. When they first started coming out, everybody thought it was about Trump. And it was about, no, it was more about the lies that they're trying to hold on to, or our truth that they're trying to block, you know, because that's why they begin to pump these shows out. See, a lot of people don't understand. I resonate with the Mandela effect, but all this stuff that they showed on TV with the parallel universes and all this futuristic stuff, that's just another monkey wrench to say we just following what we see on TV as fiction, and we just got wrapped up in our crazy mind that is real. Uh, no weapons formed against us shall prosper. Oh yeah, you're right, sir. You're right. You sure right. And Mandela effect and all the other stuff, they just, I don't know, causing confusion. And we who the author of that is, yeah, yes. And yes, he's the author of confusion. And it says he's going to try to wear out the saints anyway. So he's trying to grind us down piece by piece. He know he ain't going to be able to do it in a whole, so he want to do it. You know, he want to do like they say, killing me softly. He want to kill us softly. He want to egg us out. He want to get us out of our comfort zone. And I tell people all the time, look, I report on this because, not because I'm trying to make you afraid, it's because I want you to be aware, because he says my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And so we got to understand what the devil devices is, and we got to understand how he's operating. Wake up news. And so because now they done hired so many bots or so many what they call it people to scour the web to try to troll people or try to throw in confusions, and they training them, I heard. And I don't know what the validity of that observation is, but if that's true, they're eventually trying to shut everybody down, and I know that. But as long as we got this platform, we need to keep on doing what we're doing. Um, he will be given a short time. Yeah, and so, and I told the pastor this. I mean, he told me, well, I need to exalt and tell people it's gonna be all right, and give exaltation and edification and all of that. And I say, yes, that's fine and dandy. And he say, well, the race is already won. I mean, the war's already won. And I say, yes, it's won, but in every war there's casualties. Every war there's preparation. Every war it's always innocent bystanders. And so, as a preacher or a minister, my job is to get people prepared for what's coming. You know, I'm not making fear, I'm making preparation. You know, because God said if Trump get his way, what they say he's trying to propose as far as food boxes and cutting off Section 8, you know how many American people's on Section 8 and food stamps and government assistance? It's almost 20 million people. And so, in in them 20 million people, you know, majority of them probably be Christians. And so, we got to be careful on being who we say we are, because God says to pay your tithes and offering not because you want to get rich or try to buy houses and land. He said, because I want you to do this before it can be food in my house. And so that means we're going to get to a point where we're going to have to start buying some of these ranches and some of these suburbs property so that we can learn how to sustain ourselves. Because when they come with the FID chips and talk about, well, you can't get this and that, because I think I seen a movie on that where these people they couldn't even eat bacon. They couldn't even eat meat. They had a allotment of what they can get on rice, and if they ain't no rice, you get what they got. And so if that's the road that we going out of, we need to, as churches started making all these liquor stores on every corner, far as the churches, because that's what I see. We got so many churches on one corner. Like I go to church, and my church is on a nice street, but right in just my little block, from not even a block, it's six churches on that street. You got six churches with maybe 8 to 10 members. We got all these bills per church. Instead of us trying to work together and say, okay, we're gonna all come together. You got everybody want to be their own thing. They wanna make their own money. They wanna have their own little clique, and ain't nobody making it. Where if you combine resources, you don't have the other six mortgages or rent, and you can help the community. You can put money in the storehouse, so when the hard time come, we can help one another. But because we so selfish and we so into ourselves and what we can get and how much we can prosper, we don't worry about each other, and that's concerning. Um, Apart from the Bible channel, I do see. I don't see. Wait a minute, hold on. What did you say? See anything bad with the ME? I see it has a wake up call from God, and His word is written in our heart. Those elite has always had check that we didn't know or another new under the sun. Other words, yeah. Well, this technology that they got now, they got just recently. That's why they don't know how to use it. That's why it's it's still baffling to them. It do this amazing stuff that they can't grasp yet. They giving it authority over them. That's why they saying we got to be hooked up to it, because they trusting in this technology to bring us to another level of consciousness. But they don't understand that I believe that this AI system is nothing but the beast giving power to the other beasts. And so that's my take on that. Okay, let me see what to say. E-Man, can you name one church, local, global, that acknowledge the Emmy? Well, me and my church, my people in my church see stuff, maybe see some strange stuff going on. They still on the fence. But I'm a minister of the church that I'm not the pastor, but I'm like a big voice. They hear me. They might not hear everything I say, maybe not understand it, but my wife, and I tell people this all the time. My wife just opened up for me, meaning she knew something may be strange happening, like with Sex in the City, there's a lot of logos she knew, but she couldn't fathom the word being changed until God said, "Why not?" And so she just recently um, realized that I wasn't cuckoo. And this was almost 3 weeks ago. And so I've been on the Mandela effect for almost 2 years now. And so she just woke all the way up 3 weeks ago. So it takes time, because it's hard to fathom in your brain somebody messing with time. I first, where he addressed his congregation. Mm. And so I love you guys, and I wasn't planning on staying on so late, but I'm glad you all came. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Any more questions before I end this session? And like I said, I love talking to you all, and I love everybody that came on the show. Stay strong. Oh yeah, Yes, 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 sir. I'm gonna stay strong. Try to keep my hair cut. Take care, man. Man, yeah, you take care too, man. And I love you, brothers and sisters. And we all pray for one another and be helpful for one another, sharpening one another. Whoa, what's that? That's a symbol or something. I don't know. Like I say, I got 6 people. Um, if you want to know what I was saying earlier, you probably have to go back to the video in the beginning. But I'm glad. Any more last comments, questions, and then I'm gonna end this if I don't have anybody asking any questions. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, okay. I'll see you all later, and I thank you all for coming in. Love you all. Bye bye.